Queensland is bracing for an outbreak of coronavirus.
Stay at home and self-isolate. This is the public health advice.
Queensland border is closed.
Welcome to Queensland, where it's locked down one day, shut down the next.
Public playgrounds, outside gyms and skate parks will be closed as from tomorrow.
G'day skate champions and welcome to Flatground Friday, Season 3, Episode 19. We all know the world has gone to hell and we're all in lockdown. So I'm here at home, taking in some precautionary measures. Number 1, stocking up on some supplies. Number 2, making sure we got enough booze, which I clearly underestimated the amount that I drink. Number 3, making sure we got enough toilet paper. I did not fight any old people for this lot. Number 4, making sure that all the skateboards are ripe and ready for a home skate. Number 5, having some Bones Reds ready to go because your skateboard always needs some tender loving care. Number 6, having the quarter pipe in the yard, nice and painted. I'll show you that one next week for Transition Tuesday. And finally, number 7, taking out all of the timber and metal from underneath my house just to see what I can do to make some obstacles for the coming weeks. Let's have a look. Alright guys, so I've got a fair bit of stuff from under my house. This bit of timber is probably the piste de resistance, which will probably make up maybe a mani pad or something. We'll see how we go. It's pretty heavy, so I don't want to add too much to it. Maybe a little bit of height. To do that, we'll cut up these guys, which is probably a pretty good height for me, I think. I've got these hardwood posts, 2 of them. Probably pretty heavy to add to stuff, but they'll be pretty good obstacles, I think. Then I've got these timber rails. Rails would be really good, but I think it's really soft wood. Getting the trucks in there would just take it apart. So I'm not sure what I can do with those. And finally, I've got these 2 metal poles. Nice square pole, way too heavy. This is actually to hold up a house. It's pretty long. I'd love to use it somehow, but we'll try and figure that one out in the future. And then there's this guy. It's nice and lightweight, round rail. Already has like a little bit of rise on it. And there's one down the end. The one in the middle is a little bit shorter because it used to be a handrail down the stairs. But I think that we can definitely use that. Now, the biggest issue I'm going to have is that I don't have enough bolts and screws for these. So I might have to run down to Bunnings and get that equipment before it closes. But today I'm just going to get stuck into my regular tricks. From this stuff here, please let me know what you think I should make out of it. And we'll put those into all these future videos. Let's get stuck into some skating. Alright, the first thing that I found was that I didn't have much space to roll up. I kind of used that to my advantage so I could focus on more of the technique than the speed, which, you know, speed helps for most tricks, but yeah, it's just something a bit different. Anyway, I got through my ollies and 180 variations pretty well. Then pop shoves weren't too bad. Had a couple of attempts at it till I got one that was kind of okay. Pretty lucky to roll away really. And then front shoves, just gave a little bit more time to these. And yeah, really struggling with them. It's flying out way behind me. I got this super dodgy one. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the tricks. Alright, at first I really struggled with the short distance run up for this. But that wasn't really the excuse because I think I got my flick pretty good. I came close so many times. Got a little frustrated with it. Yeah, finally got one. And it sort of taught me to really keep it underneath my body. So let's move on to the kickflips. Not the best start to kickflips in lockdown. Got really close a few times, but then got myself a really, really nice one. But in the interests of daylight, which is kind of just rapidly declining, let's move on to the varials. So the varials felt really good, and I was getting a really good flick on them, but I don't think my body positioning was well placed to get both feet back onto it. Maybe that was a confidence thing or just a technique thing, but anyway, I didn't quite get there in the end. Final trick for today. Heel flips, no promises, no promises. I was really focusing on my back foot and where I was trying to place it because I found that regardless of my foot positioning, I'm kind of getting the flick okay, which is a good position to be in, I think, at my stage. I feel like I'm going to get a little bit more practice off camera now, so I'll keep working at these. That'll be a benefit to me, I believe. But that's it. I think I'm kind of prepared for these apocalyptic skate sessions coming into the future. Let me know again what you think of what obstacles for me to make. But yeah, once again, remember to stay safe out there, everybody. Remember to keep skating, keep having fun, and of course, keep progressing. Take it easy.
Hundreds of Australians are dobbing in members of the public to police for flouting the restrictions on social distancing.
Someone dobbed me in, I hadn't even been out of the yard.